Peggy 12.
Dusk Diver 2 is a game easy to learn yet hard to master, so we've put together our top 5 tricks and tips to help you hit the ground running. Number 1. Utilising your teammates. Fighting waves of nightmarish chaos beasts can be quite the challenge. Luckily for you, you won't be doing it alone. Yumo has a selection of powerful allies who bring their own personal style and flair to the action, and you're going to want to use them as often as possible. One of the best ways to make use of these friends is by calling for an assist. This will make them teleport to your side and deliver a powerful blow to those directly in front of you. Perfect for getting out of a sticky situation if you're pinned in a corner, or to give yourself some respite if you're low on HP. You can customize the support skills your teammates use while assisting you in the set skill menu. A key feature is your team's tactical switch. This can be set up in standby or aggressive. Aggressive mode will make your party attack nearby enemies and rush into any danger they see. I highly recommend you place your party into aggressive mode if you are new to the game, as going into defensive stance will leave your party out of combat and you alone against the tide of beasts. Now, they still will be able to be summoned to your side to deliver their ability in this mode every now and again, but apart from that they will refrain from getting involved in any other way, making the game much harder. Tip number 2. Positioning. In most action games, the way in which you position your character can be incredibly important, and Dusk Diver is no different. Fighting one enemy toe-to-toe before moving on to the next may seem like the honourable thing to do, but there's plenty of chaotic beasts out there to get rid of, and no one really has time for honour and fair fights. With a system built on gaining and maintaining combos, hitting multiple enemies at once is a lifesaver. So rather than tackling the beasts head on, try rotating around the horde of beasts until you have them clumped together, before unleashing some powerful strikes. Damaging and stunning multiple enemies will quickly build your combo, and the more enemies stunned means the less are free to stab you in the back. Focusing on your positioning will also help you spot strikes early and help you use the terrain around you to gain the upper hand in a scrap. Tip number 3. Make use of the food system. Not only are many of the Dusk Diver foods delicious, but they can also help give you a boon whilst fighting, such as adding extra damage to your attacks, faster recovery, or better experience from completing missions. These may not seem like much, but they can really give you an edge in some of the more tricky fights Dusk Diver has to offer, and I would recommend stocking up on goodies before any major confrontation or dungeon. Some of my favourite treats to grab are the potted plant coffee, which helps with health recovery as I tend to get hit a lot, or the duck's tongue, which increases the amount of experience earned per mission to keep me scaling alongside the spooky monsters. If Dusk Diver's foods have you salivating for more, we have a detailed blog going over the delicious in-game foods, as well as the real dishes, restaurants and cafes that inspired the game. Link down below in the description. Tip number 4. Upgrade, enhance, and unlock. Weapon damage can fall off fast in Dusk Diver, making yourself feel more like a damp noodle than a warrior built for war. To ensure this doesn't happen to you, before every major excursion, check that your weapons are up to date. To do this, simply visit your local 2Maz secret store. These are also going to be crucial to you unlocking new abilities in the future, so it's definitely worthwhile doing as early as possible. Alongside your weapons, items are free-flowing and should be used frequently. If you're anything like me, you turn into a loot goblin whilst gaming, gathering supplies and refusing to use health potions, even if you're being devoured by an acid-spitting dragon, because maybe, just maybe, you might have to use that potion later on. Don't fall into this trap. Dusk Diver's items are there to be used, as even if you're running low before a major adventure, it is very easy to scour the city to gather more loot to sate your loot lust and get enough resources to be well stocked for any mission. If you've had a forgetful day, have no fear, for the boss is a crafty one and has set up a secret store at every save point so you can top up mid-mission just in case you forgot to pick up the goods back at the base. Now, it's not just your weapons that we want to be keeping sharp, but also your mind and your body. To do this, I recommend double checking your equipment as often as you can to ensure it is up to date, as new items are discovered on the regular and can be combined with orbs, which there are many of. You should certainly try experimenting with these orbs, mixing and matching till you find the perfect combination that suits your playstyle. For the orbs, bonuses can have a massive impact on the gameplay, and you really don't want to miss out on this opportunity to get a step up on your Chaos Beast enemies. Only certain items can be equipped with orbs, however, so keep an eye on which of your items has an available orb slot and fill them up quickly. Tip number 5. Saving yourself with your special. Low on health, backed into a corner with demons scuttling towards you, things may seem pretty bleak, but there is a rather simple solution: your character's special attack. To use this ability, simply press the circle button on PlayStation or A button on Nintendo Switch. Each character has their own special that are always great at getting you out of trouble, either by sending beasts flying or allowing you to counter. Pop some HP capsules or get out quickly while the beasts are stunned and confused. This simple trick has gotten me out of some pretty impossible fights where I'd thought myself doomed. Stunning, combos, and being well equipped are the key to your team's success in Dusk Diver 2. Once you have mastered these elements, you will be unstoppable. I hope these tricks and tips will help you have a smooth start to your Dusk Diver adventure, and if you have any of your own tips that I didn't mention, please let me know in the comment section down below so new players can learn from your knowledge. Dusk Diver 2 is out now, both physically and digitally, for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Nintendo Switch. For more Dusk Diver content, you can check out some links in the description, or subscribe to the channel to see more of our upcoming releases. Thank you for watching, and stay awesome.